Okay, here's what we got. We're going to be talking about two giants, legends in the R&B world combining for a tour this summer in 2026. And we're also going to talk about a play that's already in previews on Broadway, but they just added a huge name to their production team to go along with the big names on stage. We'll talk about it right now, where we watch the tickets and the tech. This is ticketing_tech. Let's do it. My name is Ahmed. This is ticketing_tech. Somewhere on the screen, you're seeing places where you can follow us on social media, subscribe, listen to us in very different ways. Go ahead, follow us, join us. We'd appreciate it. And thank you very much in advance. This episode, we are going to be talking about two distinct, different live events and the implications they'll have on their genres this year. Of course, we're going to get into it and talk about first this giant tour that is coming up in 2026. I don't see how any other music tour is going to outsell this one coming up, and that's saying a lot with what we've seen over the last couple years. Of course, I am talking about Usher and Chris Brown. They are teaming up for the R&B tour, or the Raymond and Brown tour. This summer, it kicks off in Denver, Colorado at Empire Field at Mile High on June 26th. This thing runs all through the summer, the fall, into the winter, wrapping up in Tampa, Florida, December 11th at Raymond James Stadium. Well, that's the tour right now. We'll see if it extends, right? Yeah, this thing is going to be an absolute monster. Think about it. It's Chris Brown, it's Usher, and I already know I'm probably going to end up making 2 or 3 videos about people complaining about how high the ticket prices are and what the resale market is doing. They're going to go anyway. This thing is going to sell out, and it's going to sell out not only just because of the names, it's going to sell out because of what both of these guys have been doing. You might remember all of the press around Usher's tour back in 2024. Yeah, so that was Usher's Past, Present, and Future tour, which sold over 1.1 million tickets, including a 4-night stand at Brooklyn's Barclays Center that grossed $10,735,000 off of 58,000 tickets sold, according to Polestar's box office. And then we're talking about Chris Brown's remarkable Breezy 20 tour just from last year in 2025. Actually finished as number 7 on Polestar's top grossing tours of the year. Grossed nearly $300 million off of over 2 million tickets sold. Let's not forget about those $1,000 to $1,200 photographs that Chris Brown was charging his fans. Yeah, this is going to be a monster tour. Again, it kicks off on June 26th in Denver, Colorado at Empire Field on Mile High, at Mile High. Let's get into some on sale information for you. There are a couple of different on sales going on with this concert. Let's get into the list here if I can find it for you. Yeah, so let's get into the on sale information for this tour. The general public on sale is going to be on April 27th at noon Mountain Time. As far as we're getting into pre-sales, the first pre-sale is for City Card members. That's on Tuesday, April 21st, in case you're a City Card member. Good to know. April 21st at noon Mountain Time. That is the first pre-sale, again, for City Card members, card member holders. Then we'll have an artist pre-sale that will kick off at noon on April 23rd. Again, noon, April 23rd at Mountain Time. Usually an artist pre-sale, that is where you're going to get a promo code from the actual artist production team, marketing team, somewhere, something like that. Then there'll be a Live Nation pre-sale that will start on April 24th at noon Mountain Time. I just saw there's more. City Card member preferred tickets. That starts on April 27th, along with the general on sale. So yeah, this thing is going to be a monster. It is Usher. It is Chris Brown on tour from June through December hitting every major city. I can only imagine what the resale is going to be. Right now, the cheapest ticket you can find online is at Gillette Stadium, starting at $221. Again, $221 nationally is the cheapest ticket that is being reported anywhere, especially through StubHub right now. Yeah, I'm almost terrified to think what the resale market for this is going to be. These guys are going to knock it out of the park. There are a lot of VIP packages. You can find those at VIPnation.com. When the prices on those packages drop, I'll come back and I'll let you guys know. It doesn't matter. People are going to buy them. They're going to complain. And that just goes to show you, when it comes to a lot of these events, when you see the boiling on the internet, the algorithm, or not just the algorithm, but really it's anger and fear that moves the algorithms. So you'll see more of people complaining about the ticket prices right next to the headlines of the show selling out. You know how we do. We watch the tickets, we watch the tech, we'll check out what's going on with the on sales and the ticket sales throughout the show, and we'll let you know what's happening. Okay, briefly, let's head on over to Broadway. Broadway regional theater in general, there's been a big discussion about ticket sales and funding and revenue. It's an issue. It's a problem. We heard the world turn on Timothée Chalamet for just mentioning that he didn't want to go to opera or ballet where he had to worry about who was paying the bills and who was going to pay him. I know, but this is the reality of the performing arts, right? The performing arts runs on a system that is, most of the time, over 50% of the revenue comes from donations. That just is what it is. It's always been like that. That's the way the system is set up to run with these nonprofits. Today, I want to talk about a play that is already in previews on Broadway. I'm talking about August Wilson's Joe Turner's Come and Gone. This has a lot of star power behind it. On stage, Taraji P. Henson and Cedric the Entertainer, and this is directed by Debbie Allen. This play actually brings Wilson's work back to the same Broadway theater where it originally started, again, being at the Barrymore Theater. Again, it did go into previews on May 30th. I don't see any numbers on the sales, so I'll come back and revisit what's going on with the sales, but I do want to mention that a giant name has been added to the production team, with that being Tyler Perry. Yeah, Tyler Perry is joining the production team for this show. Again, this is a show that already stars Taraji P. Henson and Cedric the Entertainer and is directed by Debbie Allen. We'll see what this means. This is very interesting to me. Like, why would Tyler Perry be coming on to this production at this point? We've already gone through previews. This is a limited run through July. So again, I am very interested to see why and dig into more why Perry is joining the team at this point in the production. But it's cool. In a statement, Perry said, "I'm excited to be joining the production team of this play. August Wilson's work is a beautiful cornerstone of the Black experience. I've had the privilege of working with several members of this incredible cast, including Taraji and Joshua, as well as the brilliant Debbie Allen, who directed this masterpiece." As far as the tickets prices for this, everywhere where I went to look, not everywhere, at the website where I went to look, tickets were between $135 and $291. I just picked this Saturday night, April 18th, to see what the prices are like. There are still a good number of seats spread around in the orchestra available. Most of the mezzanine is gone. The cheapest seat that I'm seeing remaining right now is $145.50. Those seats in the orchestra, let's see. Yeah, those seats in the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rows of the orchestra, those are going at $291. We get to the back of the orchestra, we're looking at $186. Mezzanine actually must be an overhang. The Those seats are back up to $241, and then the rear of the mezzanine, we're looking at $165. I don't see anything for $135 available. Again, I just picked a Saturday night to look at it. So the prices for this performance run at $135 to $291 on a Saturday night. I expect them to be probably a little bit cheaper if you're grabbing a matinee, maybe a Saturday matinee or a night during the week. The reason this is interesting to me is, again, we're seeing this with a lot of plays on Broadway. That is the thing, right? What is the model for Broadway to recoup this money and to make some money? Not just Broadway, regional theater, right? But of course, Broadway being what everybody looks to. It's just what needs to happen. It's just big names attached to productions. Is that what needs to happen? And I know everyone maybe started in theater and all that type of stuff, but it's this the way. It's this where it's going, where it's just going to take big names on stage and on the production team to drive this money for these limited runs. Or, we're looking at, Meg Thee Stallion, not headlining, but performing in Moulin Rouge, the musical, and just breaking all kinds of ticket sales records for that show just off of her name. 79% of the people buying tickets for that show after she was announced had never bought tickets, never bought theater or Broadway tickets before, at least on StubHub. So it's really interesting to see, what this does, to how does this translate into a long-term success for Broadway and theater. What's the model? But I think this will be very interesting. Again, I want to see why at this point in the game is Tyler Perry joining the team. But hey, wish him all the success, and I'll try to dig into the numbers and ticket sales for this particular play and see what's going on. Again, that is August Wilson's Joe Turner's Come and Gone. Currently, I think out of previews being performed at the Barrymore Theater on Broadway. And of course, we talked about Chris Brown and Usher teaming up for a tour this summer. It kicks off on June 26th in Denver, Colorado. The R&B tour, or the Raymond Brown tour, gonna be a monster. It's gonna break all types of records, and you know what we'll do? We will check out the tickets, and we will check out the tech, and we will let you know what's going on. Thank you for your time. Appreciate you.